You idiot. How many times have I told you not to dissolve a body in a bathtub? Stone here with day 62 of the year 2016 at magicreviewed.com. Today we are dissolving images, not bodies. Thank you, Heisenberg. So for $30, you get that DVD right there. It's there. You just lost vision in your left eye. And you get this deck of cards. So let's break it down. A, what is the effect? It's Triumph. It's Di Vernon's Triumph, but it's a little extra thingamabob. Go watch the ad trailer, and that'll give you a really good sense of exactly what you're getting. We'll talk more about that in a minute. But the idea is this. You have a card selected. It's a free choice. Then you shuffle the cards legitimately face up and face down. You can spread and show that they really are face up and face down if you want to. Then you riffle through the edges of the deck, and as you riffle through, you can clearly see that some are face up, some are face down. But then you riffle again, and less of them are face down. And then you riffle one last time, and none of them are face down. They're all face up. Then you turn the deck over and spread it face down, and you show that all the cards have righted themselves except for the selection. So that's the effect. What Francis Minotti has added to the effect is the ability to show this sort of progression of the cards righting themselves. That's it. Now, the deck is heavily gimmicked. It definitely cannot be handed out for examination, but it's gimmicked in such a way that it's still very usable. You could do an entire card set with this deck. You just would not be able to have people examine it, of course, but you could do an entire set. You could do an ambitious card with it. You could do, multiple revelations type routines. I mean, any deck, any card trick where you can get away with only using half of the cards. 26 of the cards are, all the cards in here are gimmicked, but 26 of them are gimmicked in such a way that those 26 cards could be handed out and examined and felt and touched and so on and so forth. So, again, the effect is Triumph with some extra stuff. And moving into method now. The method is the deck and some basic sleight of hand, nothing daunting. Actually, the hardest part is the part you think is probably the easiest, and that's the little riffle display. And that's not that bad. It took me maybe a half an hour of fiddling and just trying to get the right knacky feel for it. So after about 30 minutes, I was able to totally do the handling without a problem. It does require your audience to be sort of at a certain perspective, not because the trick would be exposed at the wrong perspective, but because they just wouldn't see the effect. So that's why I'm not doing it on the camera, because at this angle, you wouldn't really be able to see it wouldn't be as clear that it's certain that it's different face up and face down cards. The angle needs to be more kind of like this, and so you kind of have to be looking down a little bit. And so, again, look at the ad trailer, and you'll see kind of the angle that you need to be at so that you can get a good view of the cards. That's really all that it comes down to. But is the method doable? Totally. That relies just on this deck. And now there's two methods he teaches. One method requires a reset. The other method does not. But there's pros and cons. The method that requires a reset, in that particular case, then you can do other card tricks and then close with the Triumph effect. If you're doing the method that has no reset, then your deck is in a different state that basically you couldn't really do any other card tricks but the one Triumph effect. So in that case, if you're going to do multiple effects and you didn't want to have to reset this, then you'd have to carry two decks. So that's the method. Let me see if there's anything else that I need to cover on that. No, I think that's it. I think anybody with any skill level could do this. Any venue is fine. I mean, this could be done surrounded. Again, though, like I said, if they're standing behind you, they can't exactly see the magic happening, but there is no bad angle for this, unless they're looking up from the ground under the deck, which if that's where you're performing, it's time for a new job, folks. So method is good, easy, doable, practical, especially if you do the method that requires a reset. So the reset is pretty simple. It takes like 20 seconds. Literally, I actually timed myself. It was like 23 seconds. And all you have to do, you can't exactly do it in front of your audience, but between tables, if you're strolling, easy. You just have to strip out 26 cards and put them on top. That's it. That's the whole reset. And those 26 cards, it's not like you have to go through and like, oh, where's the 4 of diamonds and the 9 of clubs and the 10? I got to strip these cards. No. The cards you need to strip out, it's very obvious that because of the nature of their gimmick, they just stick out like a sore thumb, and you just go through, strip them out, put them on top, and bam, you're done. And it takes about 23 seconds-ish. So that's the reset on it. All right. I think we're good on the method. Let's move on to ad copy integrity. The ad copy does say instant reset. That is a crock. I don't know why they said that. I'm surprised that they said that. Unless you can instantly cull out 26 cards, because he teaches you how to cull them out too. Briefly glosses over, I think it's Kostya Kimlet's cull that he basically he glosses over it. But if you're a cull type of guy, what the heck, man? Sorry about that. If you're a cull type of person, then even culling is going to take some time, no matter how fast you are. I think it's the Roadrunner cull, by the way, Kostya Kimlet's. Anyway, no matter how good at culling you are or stripping the cards out, it's not instant. Now, it's 20 seconds. I mean, to me, that's totally workable, totally doable. But I did have to dock him a teeny bit for saying instant reset. Other than that, the only other problem with the ad copy isn't really a dishonest thing, but go watch the trailer. Like, I don't know, 15, 20 seconds in, some dude wearing a suit, like, just freaks out. If you're doing this trick and you get that kind of response, call me, because I want to know what your secret is. That dude just had one too many beers, probably, is my guess. Or he knew he was on camera, and we were witnessing the Hawthorne effect, not the Triumph effect. Because that dude was just over the top. If that were my trailer, I would have cut that out. I would have not put that in the final clip because it's just too ridiculous. That aside, I'm not saying you're not going to get great reactions with this, but I just, that is not a very believable reaction in my opinion. I have no doubt that that's how he genuinely reacted to it. I don't think he was prompted or whatever to do it. I just think being on camera, hanging out with his friends, trying to show off, he just reacted a little bit too much. Anyway, those two things aside, the instant reset and the killer reaction aside, the ad copy is totally solid. So the bottom line is this. If you like that effect, if you like the ability to be able to riffle through the cards and show that they're changing from mixed of face up and face down to less and less face downs to ultimately no face down cards, and then instantly, immediately, right then, spreading the deck out, either in your hands or on the table, whatever, then you'll love this effect. It's not that hard to do. It takes a little bit, probably 30 minutes of effort to get that knacky riffle part down, but that's it. So, final verdict, 4.5 stars with a stone status of gem. That's it, folks. So now it's time for you to subscribe to my channel by clicking that button if it's there. Thumbs up it, like it, share it, and listen to the random iTunes song of the moment, which is, oh man, Girl Crush. But this is not by the original. I can't remember who sings the original, frankly. I wasn't that. I'd heard the song, and it was kind of sort of a little mini controversy when it first came out. But then suddenly on The Voice, which is about one of the most family-friendly, reality shows out there. It's Meghan Linsey, who, by the way, was my favorite on that season of The Voice. She got beat out by somebody else who was also very worthy of winning. I think the reason, though, the other guy won is because he was 15 and he was just amazing at that young age. Meghan Linsey was second. Sorry if you're still on that season and I ruined it for you. Sorry about that. Anyway, I love Meghan Linsey. I bought her album off of The Voice show, and this is her version of Girl Crush. It's awesome. In fact, if you go over to my Facebook page, just I believe it's facebook.com/Jeff Stone Magic or something like that. It's just my personal page, not my magic stuff, but it's called Jeff Stone Magic. I've got a link there to her performing Tennessee Whiskey by George Jones, also from The Voice. If you're a country fan, if you know that song, if you like George Jones, I love George Jones's, of course. I'm a huge George Jones fan. But her version, oh my gosh, it was amazing. It'll blow you away. Anyway, I'm rambling. Sorry about that. Tune in tomorrow, day 63, where we look at Vince Mendoza's string theory. Until then, folks, thanks for watching. Peace out.